Hello YouTube, I'm going to show you how to make your very own do-it-yourself homemade light-up nock to use in a nock for an arrow. In this case I'm going to be using a sizable nock for a crossbow bolt. I use a pile driver made by Carbon Express, and it's a 20-inch bolt, and I've already made one here for you. This is the moon-shaped nock. It has kind of a, I guess the moon shape to it, kind of a dip in it. And here's an example of just a regular straight or flat nock. We don't want to use those because the angle of the string pushing against the nock, you need this groove in here for the string to grab in order to push the button. So stay away from these flat nocks and go with the moon-shaped nocks. Alright, I'm just going to demonstrate how this works. I've already glued a Thill Brite Light. These are retailing in the store for probably around $5 plus tax. You can get them online for $3.30 plus tax and shipping. Gander Mountain online has them for $3.99 and they ship free to their store. So that's pretty much your best bet. $4 and free shipping. Can't beat it. So, in this case I used a red one. What you do is you take a, what size is this now? A 3/16 drill bit, and you actually drill all the way through the nock until it comes out the other end. Then you take your, what size is this? A 7/64 drill bit, and you drill a pilot hole in the side of the nock toward the top. That's your access hole for after you shoot and the nock has been activated, the light. You can actually take either a small drill bit, smaller than this. You'll probably want a 1/16 or even maybe the end of a paper clip. And you're going to stick it in there and push the light back up to turn it off through that access hole. And you're actually gluing the Thill Brite Light into the nock itself with hot glue. So I'm actually going to do that for you. So like I say, you need a Thill Brite Light, you need a 7/64 drill bit, you need a 3/16 drill bit, and you need your moon-shaped nock that has that little notch in it. You need a hot glue gun, which I've already got warming up. That'll save you some time. And you also need a drill of some type as well. Okay, here we go. I'll take my 3/16 drill bit, put it in the drill, and you're also going to need a set of pliers just to hold the nock. Otherwise it will spin in your fingers, and that's not cool. So you're going to take your drill bit and you're literally going to drill all the way through the nock. Here we go. Alright, we are all the way through the nock. Now you're going to swap out your drill bit to the 7/64. We're going to drill our pilot hole, and again you're going to need your pliers because you're trying to drill on a rounded surface, and it's not the easiest thing to do. So my suggestion, if you look at the nock, is to drill in the kind of the V of the moon nock. Don't drill on the side, the high point, drill on the low point, and drill really as close to the top as you can without breaking through to the top, and you're going straight through that way. So we'll take our pliers, secure our nock as best we can. I want to make it flat. I'm going to drill on top of a glove. I don't want to punch a hole in my nice work table. This is a little tricky because we're drilling on a rounded surface, so I kind of hold the drill in my hand too as I drill down. Okay, we are through. I have drilled a very small, hopefully you can see that pilot hole in there. And it doesn't matter if you go all the way through. I didn't, but it doesn't matter if you go all the way through. It doesn't hurt a thing. It just gives you another access hole to turn off the knock. Alright. So we'll take out our Thill bobber light here. I have our packaging, and I'll show you how it works. And this is the yellow one. I mean, these are really hard to find on the shelves of, stores like Gander Mountain and Fleet Farm and so on. Everybody wants them. So to activate it, it pushes down to be activated, and to turn it off, you pull it back up. Push it down. It's activated. I'll turn off the lights so you can kind of see. That is bright, no doubt about it. Now I'll turn it off. Pull up. Done. Okay. Now we're back in business here. I'm going to show you what to do. Hopefully my hot glue gun is hot enough and heated enough. What you're going to do is measure how high you want your knock to go once you get all that extra plastic out of there. You want the tip of your bobber light barely sticking through the V notch in the crest of your knock. So barely, maybe just the bulb sticking through is all you need, because when your string pushes down, there's a lot of force, just a ton of force, and if it's too high like this, it'll literally push this thing through into your arrow shaft. And you can still get it out of your arrow shaft, but you won't be able to see the light. So I had a lot of trial and error when I did this. So make sure it's barely sticking through, maybe just enough for the light bulb to show through. Now, you're going to pull the battery out of the knock most of the way, and you're going to put glue on the battery itself, and then you're going to push it up into the knock. So your glue is going to be inside the knock where you want it. You don't want any glue on the outside because it makes it a lot harder to get into the arrow shaft. So here we go. I'm going to pull it back out. I'm going to put the glue on the battery itself and then slide it up into the knock. Hopefully my glue is, yep, good. We're definitely hot enough. Alright. You got to do it quick because this stuff dries really fast. Push it up in there to the point where you want it. You got to do it quick, like really quick, because it's already starting to set on me here. Okay, so I put the hot glue on the battery itself. I pushed it up into the knock. Just barely is the light showing in the V notch of the knock. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue around the outside of the battery at the base of the knock, just to make sure it doesn't come sliding out of there when I shoot. Little bit of glue won't hurt. Just make sure you don't get it on the knock itself, because you'll have a hard time getting it into the arrow shaft. That's the worst part of it. Alright, so this is actually going to dry really quickly. We'll throw it in the bowl, and then we'll take a shot in the basement and see how it goes. So stick with me here.